Welcome to Guys and Podcast. This is episode 2, part 1. I'm Anthony and here's my co-host Ethan.
Hey.
And Cooper is not here at the moment, but he will later. And today we have an announcement, I guess. We have a new person on the team, and that's it's Burgess.
Hi, everybody.
So, a little bit of context. Me and Burgess have, we've been best friends for almost 4 years now. Next year it'll be 4.
Yes, sir.
Actually, in about half a year it'll be 4. But, anyways,
Yeah.
we've been best friends for a long time. I'm excited to have you on the podcast, because it's going to be great.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So,
It's nice to have you, Burgess.
we look forward to having you on the podcast in the future, and so what do you think? What's your thoughts on the podcast?
Well, my thought on the podcast is this is something that we can do in our free time because we're all trapped at home due to quarantine, and I think it'll be fun just to talk about things, you know?
Yep. So, I guess you could say you're rather excited to be on it.
That's just, yes, sir, I am.
All right, good deal. Now, first things first, Mr. Burgess.
Yes, sir.
What's your thoughts on Halo Infinite? I've asked everybody, and it's your turn.
Well, here's the thing. So, I grew up very protected as a child, and I wasn't allowed to play that kind of thing, so Halo's not really a big impact on my life.
It's a new subject for you, more or less.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
very new to me.
But even with that in mind, what's your thoughts of the new trailers? Like, what did you think?
I thought the gameplay looked really really smooth and just looked really good.
I got you. Do you think it's something you're going to end up getting?
Probably not, because that's my thing.
I
know
I
a bunch of our
understand.
friends are all about that thing. But
Oh yeah, and one of our future guests actually is he's rather excited about that.
oh yeah, he's really excited about it.
And Burgess, we'll talk about that one after the podcast. But so Minecraft.
Okay, let's talk about that.
I know we're a little low, or we're a little past the boat for this one, like we missed it, but new Nether update, or newest update. What do you guys think?
I think it's amazing because it adds a whole brand new experience into Minecraft. Completely changes the game overall.
Okay. So are you guys excited for the cave update, which you know is coming?
Oh, yeah.
If it ever comes out, yeah.
Well, I mean, we knew it was coming, but we knew we were going to have to wait on the bees update first. And then Nether came out. But, like you said, we all speculated that bees was going to happen, and it did. And then next was Nether, so now we're waiting on caves. I'm rather excited because for them to add in Netherite, that kind of shows that they're open to adding in new ores.
Exactly.
So I'm
yeah.
kind of curious to see what they add in. Yeah. Because at this rate, Minecraft's only going to get bigger.
Exactly. It's an old game.
It's come so far.
Adding to it.
Yeah. I remember playing it back in 4th grade.
Exactly. I remember buying it whenever it first came out.
Yeah.
I was on it 24/7.
I bought it on the Xbox 360 store, and that was before they even had the hunger bar. That
That
was...
was a really long time ago.
Yeah, and now we've graduated high school, me and Burgess, and still playing it to this day. It's a really good game. I'm very, very thankful that that's something that's a part of my childhood.
And
Yeah.
I'm also glad that this latest update came out at this time because it gave
We really
bunch of
needed
people
it.
something to do over
Yeah.
over the troubling times. You know, it kind of got everyone mind off of it, and they were able to enjoy it.
It was much needed.
So,
So,
very much needed.
that was well. I'm happy to see that Minecraft's still alive and booming today. It's slow. The sales are the sales are slowing down because most people have it by now, so it's not really being sold more, but it's being played.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
all right, I think that'd be good for Minecraft. So let's talk about cars.
Cars.
In the next couple years, the import. What is it? What's the word?
Restriction.
Yeah, the import restrictions are being loosened on a lot of cars, or a lot of year of cars.
Yeah, a lot of foreign export cars.
A lot of nice ones too, and
Mm-hmm.
I know we talked about it, but I'm really excited for the 2002 model Skyline
Oh yeah.
because
You tell me
that's been my dream car.
weeks ago that you were you're gonna buy one eventually.
Eventually, yes. That it'll be nice, but do you have any cars that are import bans are being or import restrictions are being loosened up on in the next couple of years?
Not really, because you already know. Well, they don't know, but I'm more of a American car person.
Oh yeah.
That's what I grew up around. But I am excited to be able to see the Skyline. So.
Yeah.
I'll let you drive it.
Oh.
And all this means is when the restrictions are loosened up, we're gonna see them more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think this is gonna be a really interesting thing because I know we've kind of joked around about it, but where most older generations currently drive stuff like Corvettes, most than not Corvettes and Tesla. That's kind of the big things right now.
Oh, yeah.
For us, I think it's going to be very interesting when we get older because so many cars are going to be open to us.
Oh yeah.
Where, and
We'll
they're
have
going to be
the kind of
affordable.
financial money that we can buy. So.
Exactly, they're going to be affordable and not out the butt, and that's why everybody gets the Corvettes because they're not ridiculously expensive, but they're still expensive, but they're affordable expensive. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's like the affordable supercar.
Yeah, exactly. And that's going to be a lot of cars for us that up until now people hadn't been able to get. So yeah, I'm rather excited to see that's something to look forward to in the future.
Oh yeah, same.
Okay. Burgess, have you been to KFC in the past year or two?
I mean, yeah, I went to KFC whenever I was headed Jacksonville.
Did you have a Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning?
I did. I did have that. I think I know where this is going.
I believe I want them to come to Cannes like they did Baja Blast.
Oh yeah, and I love Baja Blast. It's one of
Oh,
my favorite
definitely.
soft drinks.
Definitely. But I like Sweet Lightning because it's a peach tea that's not too much peach tea. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
It's like a fine mix between soda and peach tea. And I like that.
I like that too. It was really good.
And have you heard about Arnold Palmer Hard? Where it's an alcoholic Arnold Palmer, half and half.
Well,
Well, they're going to be
usually, I mean, that's where it came from. That's where the Arnold Palmer came from.
Well, I know, but now they're going to be released in cans.
Really?
Yes. I saw it.
Arizona? Iced tea?
No, it was. I can't remember which beer company it was. I'd like to say it was Mike's, but I don't.
Twisted Tea?
I don't think it was. I can't remember who did it. Anyways, we'll have to look up on that and figure that one out. But I'm rather excited for that one because that's my ballpark. You know what I mean? Because you know me,
Exactly.
I love Arnold Palmer half and half.
You just love sweet tea and lemonade.
I really
So
do.
that's like
And when you put them
probably-
together, it's That's
Mind-boggling.
that's like when we went to the lake when I bought the 24 pack of Arnold Palmer. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I love them that
Yeah.
much. That's like my refreshing drink. That makes me happy.
I'm
And
not gonna forget about that time
the
that we were just vibing
the
at the
old
lake, and
man was like,
the old dude came and was like,
he's
"Hey,
like,
can
"Can
you
y'all
just
spare a
have
beer?"
beers?"
And we're like, "Oh, they're not beers, dude." He's like, "All right," and then walks away.
He was not happy about that.
He was mad.
Damn.
I told him I was gonna give him one if it was beer. I was like, "Man, if it was beer, you could have one. I don't care." But they're not. They're tea. And he's like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah.
It didn't help that we had the big wine bottle looking thing of a craft lemonade where it was imported. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had
It's,
imported pink
I would just
lemonade.
be in like slam, dude, because because we were just throwing that can after can. Like, dang, I wish I could be part of that.
I don't really have anything
But
drink
jokes
related.
on him.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. It was a good time.
That was fun.
So
Water was
Burgess.
cold. Oh yeah, what's up?
About the podcast. Let's move back to this for a minute. Oh, by the way, guys, we're at the 11-minute mark. So
Okay.
after about a minute or two, we're gonna wrap it up. But you excited to have more people on this podcast? Because today, I guess you're kind of our guest, and then tomorrow you'll be an official member. You know what I mean? But there's going to be guests on the podcast. We're going to try and get as many on as we can. Are you excited about that?
Oh yeah, I am. Because they're all friends of ours, and
Yep.
I can't wait for everybody their input on certain topics that we talk about.
And if we ever were to gain traction, we could have bigger people on the podcast, and that'd make
Exactly.
that would make for like a really interesting episode.
That'd be amazing. Meet people, just to meet new people.
Oh, it'd be so nice. But hopefully that's where this podcast goes. I have high hopes for it. Like I said, it gives us a healthy thing to put our minds towards every day. It gives us something to look forward to.
Exactly.
In this, this troubled time in the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like this is good for everyone that's a part of it.
Well, I'm not sure exactly. I think Europe's getting better, but the whole coronavirus thing, it's still there, but
it is clearing up.
Again.
It is clearing up, but it's still there.
Yeah,
So,
because my German cousins,
are they?
I've seen it that they're in Italy, where it was really bad.
Oh, so it
Like,
must
oh,
not be
okay.
that bad anymore.
So it must be getting better.
So, yeah, everyone watching this, still, even though it is getting better, you should still wear masks and
Oh, yeah.
social distance, and
Well,
you should social distance, but not as bad. If you get near somebody, it's not the end of the world, as it was. But if you have a
Be careful
choice, if you have a choice,
Yeah.
don't be around a bunch of people at one point. But if it's
don't
church
forget,
or something,
I
that's
mean-
different.
Yeah, and don't forget, it's now and you have to wear a mask in most stores and restaurants.
Yeah, true. But there's a lot of people that don't listen to that. So,
Oh yeah, it's down in South Carolina.
although it is going down, everybody needs to stay safe.
Exactly.
That could be a part of our merch one day. Even when this coronavirus stuff blows over, we'll just do face masks.
Yeah, I mean, some people are like speculating that it's not going to get better; it's just going to be forever. But I feel like it's not. I feel like because right now a bunch of companies in Boston are working on a vaccine for it.
I
And
got
they're
you.
doing trial runs, and it's most of it's successful. So
Alright. Well, we'll just have to continue this next part because we're getting right up to the 14.5-minute mark. So, everybody, this has been Guys in Podcast Episode 2, Part 1. We're really excited to be in the next part, and just a reminder, there are some announcements that will be released later this week about people on the podcast, probably on Wednesday. So, as I said, this has been Guys on Podcast Episode 2, Part 1.